Measure in feet to half an inch. Record in decimal feet to 0.1 of a foot. Required measurements. It is the owner's responsibility to obtain the required measurements, and it is the handicapper's responsibility to vouch for their validity. Mainsail measurements are required for all new sails, for boats without a permanent backstay, boats with a backstay deflector, and sails with a headboard greater than 6 inches. The largest upwind sail requires the LP and also the half-height width if it has a full-length batten. Symmetrical spinnaker requires luff length, maximum girth, foot length and spinnaker pole length. An asymmetrical spinnaker requires luff length, leech length, mid-girth, foot length and bowsprit length. A spinnaker attachment measurement is required for all poles and sprits. Center line should be checked if there are no articulating poles or sprits on board.
Clue point. Okay, when you're measuring to tack point, clue point, head point. The clue point is the intersection of the foot and the leech, extended as necessary. I use something like this, where you can figure out where it is, which comes to exactly there. You need 2 battens or something. I got lots of folding rules, so I use. Okay, the tack point, same thing as the leech point. Extension, extension. Half leech point. Okay, on the mainsail we call this the MGM, the mid-girth, or main girth middle, and the main girth upper. You describe an arc, and you find the shortest distance. Yeah.
On a real roach main, how do you measure the length of the leech? Just by going along?
You're folding the head point to the leech point, and you find the middle, and you have a nice permanent ink marker, and you mark the midpoint. This is one of the things you need. You need a pen that is indelible ink or permanent ink, because you're going to put marks on the sail.
Really?
Sure. But that's a Genoa. You find the clue point, and you measure at an angle. You measure, I say, with the. Describe your arc. And the shortest distance across there happens to be 90 degrees to the left, and that will give you your LP. Symmetrical spinnaker, we're measuring the luff length, which should be equal to the leech length, give or take an inch or 2. The maximum girth, okay, we're measuring the widest point of the sail, and how do you do that? You fold the sail in half, so that the 2 leeches are together, or the leech and the luff are together, and you spread it out so that you find the midpoint here. This is the middle of the sail. And then you measure a number of different places on the sail to find the widest part. And of course, then you have to double it to get the width. So don't forget to double. Okay, on an asymmetrical spinnaker, you're measuring the luff and the leech, and then measured head point to clue point, head point to tack point. And you're measuring the mid-girth. So you're measuring from mid-luff to mid-leech on an asymmetrical spinnaker. And the foot then is the shortest distance between the tack point and the clue point. Any new sail that you're getting, you should have a measurement certificate from the sailmaker. That's it for the slideshow. I have brought the main and jib and a spinnaker, if somebody would like to help me. The easy way to do it is to you get the two luff tapes together. Thank you. Okay, so is the head point is about ½ an inch above the top of the sail. You get that? The leech point, a little more difficult. No, it's not. That's about the same. It's a, well, no, we can actually, the leech point is right at the edge of the sail. Seeing as you volunteered, if you'd like to come over here, and you're going to hold the two tapes together, put the two seams together, and okay, we're going to hold it right there. I'm going to go over here, and so we stretch it out a little. You make sure you're in the center by fiddling around with the thing here, and we'll turn it over and get the yellow scale. So that is 4 point, I'm going to be accurate, 4.89 feet, so to the nearest tenth of a foot it's 4.9 feet. Double that, you've got your width. Okay.
Where do you measure it to?
The center of the sail.
How do you hold it on center?
Well, when he's holding the two tapes together, I pull and found the center. Pretend.
But you didn't take it.
I've never seen that.
So I'm measuring on the seam. But if you go down a bit, you can do the arc. Go move it down to about there. Yeah. That's 4.7 feet. So that's the widest part. I balled it, and that's the widest part. Okay.
How much tension do you put on that, John? How much tension
Just enough tension to get rid of the wrinkles.
Okay. So when the
This
wrinkles
is
are
why
gone,
you're measuring to the tenth of a foot, because you can really stretch on it. You're going to be nasty and make it another inch or so bigger. But when you're doubling it, it's 2/10 of a foot. If you want to go to the head, please, and ½ an inch above the head. Whoops.
I don't think it's possible for.
Yeah, okay, we're going to hold this up in the air. It should all be done on the ground, sorry. No, it's okay. Let go of that. Just, we're pulling straight line. You're measuring the leech straight line, and that's when you measure the leech. That's 15 feet. And if we're going to measure the foot, if this was an asymmetrical spinnaker, you want to hold that. And we're measuring a straight line distance across, which is 6.8 feet. Okay, so that's that one. Let's the only thing we're going to measure here is the LP, which we'll do up in the air. I need this end, and you need that. No, you need here. You're measuring. I balled it right to there. I'm not measuring. No, on the top. Makes it more difficult here, but we're describing an arc. See? Finding the shortest distance, which is about there. And if we put just enough pressure on it, that's 5.3 feet. It's just over 5.3, but it's under 5.3 and a half. Okay, the headboard is from here, mid measuring point, to here. So if we measure that, it's let's do it in the right way. That's 0.45. I'm going to say 0.4 of a foot. If we take there to there, you can hold those two together. I'm going to take them in. Okay, so you find the midpoint. And then if you bring that to here, and if you can hold that, we're marking I'll mark both sides. You only need one side, but you want to do it? Okay, pull it out a bit. It's really very simple. All you need is a bit of practice. Okay, thank you. That's it.